Howdy y'all, I recently picked up this defective Xbox 360. My local game store was doing 50% off defective consoles and, well, man, they were not always defective to me. And when I saw this one with the fun Tetra Tower building block sticker on it, why doesn't this one work? It has family lock enabled. If that's it, I got this for 50% off. I got this for 15 bucks, so I want to see if I can break that family lock and if that's really the only thing wrong with this. And this particular one is one of like the late models. It's the E version. It's basically the one that came out like around, if not after, the Xbox One. But I got a power supply right here, and let's see if we can get that child lock disabled. I got a couple of ideas on how to do that, but I also don't even know if this thing turns on, so we're about to find out, I guess. Ooh, it powers on. So I guess the game store didn't want to sell this one probably because it had some schmutz on it, but also parent lock? I don't know. Let's put some batteries inside this controller. Are there any profiles on here? 0 profiles, no storage devices. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. If you see this thing as its initial setup, it's because there's family controls on. So let's go to family. And then we need to, we need to enter a passcode. Okay, let's try see if we can reset it. What is your favorite food? We're gonna do the classic guess. We're just gonna say pizza. Okay, it wasn't that. Is it caps lock pizza? Nope. Okay, what about burger? Okay, it's not burger. How about now we try chicken? You know, there's basically 3 food groups. There's chicken, burger, and pizza. So the favorite food password isn't working. So I guess we're gonna have to see if we can try to guess the password. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of ways we can try this. Okay, we can at least try to do the factory reset one. So let's go to system. We're gonna go to console settings and system info. All right, now we have to do LTRTXY, LBRB, and then YARTY. No, okay. So there's a whole bunch of factory reset codes that we could use for this, so I'm gonna go try something out real quick. Well, I got my 8-bit DOE controller right here, and once when you get into here, into system info, there's like a whole bunch of different like combinations that you could use to possibly get to the factory reset setting. It's kind of a secret, but all of those codes start with the same 6 buttons. Left trigger, right trigger, X, Y, left bumper, right bumper. And it's that followed by 4 more button presses. Now it's gonna be a little tedious trying to do it every time, but you know, I can press 4 buttons. Or 5, I guess. So what I did is I put a macro for those initial 6 buttons on that one right there. And then after that, I'm just gonna press the other 4 buttons or use these other 2 macros here. So there's 4 different ones that require YA, right trigger, and the D-pad. And then there's 4 other ones that require the D-pad, then right trigger, AY. So for those particular ones that have 4 different combinations, I just went and programmed the macros like for those. To basically just be the YA right trigger, and then I'll press a D-pad direction, or I'll press a D-pad direction, then I'll press that button, which will do right trigger, A and Y. And I'll try to put a list here on camera of the different combinations that there could be. So let's see if we can actually try to brute force our way into this. Oh, and if anybody's wondering how I was able to actually get this 8-bit DOE controller working on this Xbox, I got plugged into here and I'm using one of these Wingman converters from Brook. This one specifically is designed to do things to the Xbox 360 and original Xbox. Well, let's see if we can do the system info stuff. Cool, that works, okay. Well, I thought I did every combination. All right, well, evidently that didn't actually work out for me, so we're gonna be trying the next thing. Okay, I did a little bit of tinkering off camera, but we're just gonna run bad update on this thing. I'm not really gonna do a tutorial on how to do bad update. There's a really good Mr. Mario one I would recommend following, and that's what I did, but basically I wanna get bad update running on this because there's a homebrew app that will just tell me what the parental lock is. We'll go to game, Rock Band Blitz. Ooh, this content is blocked by family settings. Oh, okay, so I can't get to there if that's on there. Neat, all right, I didn't know that. So bad update can't work for this particular one because this parental lock prevents anything that is above E, and I think Rock Band Blitz is a T-rated game. So I'm gonna try a bad avatar and see if I can use that to get into the homebrew stuff. We're gonna turn off the console, plug in our flash drive with bad update on it, and then we're gonna power back on. Hopefully this works a lot better because it's on the dashboard, and even though this Xbox is like preventing Xbox Live connections and stuff like that, maybe just signing into an avatar profile should be enough for it to get around the parental lock. Interesting, bad avatar doesn't seem to be launching right now, actually. I wonder if this is because of the parental lock. Parental lock might be preventing Xbox Live. Let me go get a Xbox I know works. All right, let's try it on this Xbox E. I actually don't know if I've even ever booted this one. Well, it looks like that froze immediately, so... Actually, I don't even know if this is on the right dashboard update. Yep, it's not on the right dashboard. Oh, there's a hard drive in this thing, though. But it looks like it was trying to run, at least, on this one. Which leads you to believe that bad avatar isn't going to work on a parental lock console. And if that's the case, the only way to get this done might actually be to do the brute force method. Well, you can see that it's doing something now. So I found a video from a guy named Agent 24 Electronics, and he found some other guy's code from several years ago designed for like an Arduino board. And he went and modified it for one of these teeny boards. I just happen to have one of these lying around. So currently I have the code uploaded to this, and what this basically does is replicate a keyboard, and it's just going through all of the combinations and basically just brute forcing it. Now this could take anywhere between a second to 17 hours because it's going through 10,000 combinations. So I'm just gonna leave this console on. I made sure to have the auto off turned off, and I'll just have this thing do its thing for the next however long it's gonna take. Well, after what appears to have been 5 hours, it looks like it's in now. In case anybody was wondering, these were the current settings. So now that we're in, we just, set it to off and then just go to save and exit. And with that done, I think we are good. So that's the case. Let's see if we can do the bad avatar then. Okay, bad avatar is still not working. Let me see if I can launch Rock Band Blitz then. Okay, that works. So the parental control is off. Oddly enough, I wonder why bad avatar is not updating. Yep, rated T. That explains why it wouldn't load with the parental controls. Well, I figured out why this thing wasn't going into bad update or bad avatar, because this thing doesn't have any internal storage. Yeah, it turns out that exploit really kind of like works best if you have a hard drive in this or a memory unit or something. And I tried giving it like a memory unit by plugging in this other like flash drive into it, but it just kept freezing on me. I think that exploit isn't necessarily optimized to be able to use the external storage like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if I put in a hard drive in this and then updated that to the correct dashboard firmware, if I would have been able to just launch bad update and get the code that way. But hey, the teensy method technically did work. I modified the code a little bit and uploaded it to this Arduino Pro Micro. However, it wasn't working on the Xbox. Like, the code worked. If I plugged it into a PC, it would be put in the inputs, but whenever I plugged it into the Xbox, I guess it just wasn't identifying this as a keyboard. But hey, the teensy works. Who knows, maybe I'll end up doing a short showing how you could actually do this like really quickly so it isn't however long this video is. And now I can give this one to my friend. Well, after I maybe clean it a little bit. But that's gonna be it for now. So long, y'all.